Okay, welcome everyone to another very exciting episode of Flicks Fellas. Today we have not one but two very special guests joining us from the amazing film podcast, Critics Without Credentials. Chris and Devin, why don't you guys say hello and introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Devin.
And I'm Chris. Hey.
Hey.
Welcome, guys.
Okay, so if you guys like our show, you guys are going to love Critics Without Credentials. They discuss all the same things as us and more from TV, movies, streaming. Chris and Devin, welcome to the show. Is there anything you guys would like to plug real quick before we get started?
Anything you got going on?
Oh, I knew you'd
Take it
do
away,
that, Devin.
Chris.
I knew you'd do that. So I don't have it in front of me, but we do a weekly podcast where Devin and I, it's our new 52. It's season 2 of our 52-week movie challenge where we go through a category a week, and everything, anything from a documentary to an animated movie. And it's really kind of stretching us because we try and pick something we haven't watched before. And there have been a lot of highs, but my God, there have been too many lows. So we've seen some dumpster fires of movies. So it's been fun though. But yeah.
Awesome. I love that idea of going through like that, and that's kind of how we've been feeling going through all the streaming services. Is there's a lot of crap in there, and you got sometimes there's a diamond in the rough, but
Right.
Yep.
yeah.
A lot of coals before you get to a diamond.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, Sound of Metal.
yeah.
You're like, yeah.
Okay, so today we are reviewing the newest addition to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre lineup, the Netflix original version. It came out this year in 2022, directed by David Blue Garcia, screenplay by Chris Thomas Devlin, story by Fede Alvarez and Rodo Seags. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I probably butchered that, but we're going to go with it. Okay. This follows the Texas Chainsaw Massacre serial killer Leatherface as a couple of teens who make their way down from Austin to the city of Harlow to do an auction and come across a woman who refuses to leave her home and her orphanage son. So let's get right into our first reactions. Let's start with our guest. Devin, what was your first thoughts of this one?
Overall, I'm kind of underwhelmed, I should say. Not overwhelmed. Honey, please. Underwhelmed is the right. That's what I want to use. Also, just a spoiler alert, I don't like slasher movies. So, that being said, not a big fan. I could have lived my entire life without seeing this movie. I thought it had some good parts, it had potential, but ultimately it left something to be desired.
Chris, what about you?
Oh man. Opening minutes, I was like, God, I hate these guys, and I'm ready for them all to die. And so at that point, it was just kind of a war of attrition of like, all right, I think I'm going to hang around and watch them die and enjoy it. I've never rooted for the bad guy so hard in my life. I was all in, man. Like, just get it done.
Yeah, this was, and it was a fast one too. It was only about an hour 22, and the deaths came early, thankfully. But James is our resident lover of horror films on this podcast, so I'm excited
huge
to hear. James, what was your first thoughts?
I have no tolerance for horror movies, and it's like this movie. It's like it was like watching I don't know. I guess it's like watching a fire or watching like an explosion where you're like looking and it kind of hurts to look and you want to look away, but like you're still kind of interested, so you keep watching. Like I feel like I had that sensation for an hour. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It wasn't even that I was scared. Like there was no point in this movie that I was like, I'm afraid of Leatherface, because every time I feel like there was like a jump scare, like they're like, but you know exactly where he is, and you know, like, and they've done like the whole thing of like more than one character has like nodded to where where the jump scare is coming from. You know what I mean? Like, it was very choreographed. So, I'm not a big horror movie person ever, but have no tolerance for this, and I was not scared. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what that has to say about it, but Kevin, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we're all kind of hitting the same points here. Like, I was excited for it. Disclaimer, never seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I do, right, I know. Crazy. Have not seen the original, even though I'm a fan of, like, Friday the 13th and, like, Nightmare on Elm Street and all the classics. You know, I just haven't seen Texas Chainsaw. So when I heard this was a direct sequel, I was like, okay, like let's see how it is. Let's see if it's good. But it just felt like so weak. Like it tried so hard to be something that it didn't need to try to be. Like it could have just, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say exactly. There was just so much stupidity, which you can, when people are really dumb in horror movies, that's like a given, right? Like naturally people have to be stupid in horror movies or slasher movies for them to be slasher movies. But they were just so damn stupid in this movie that like it hurt. Like it hurt to watch more than like watching their bones getting broken was the stupidity in this movie. So yeah, I was not a huge fan of it. In the beginning I was like, okay, this could just be a dumb slasher, but then it just got too stupid and lost my interest.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I also have not seen any of them before this, and actually, as soon as I finished watching this one, I went back and watched the first like half hour of the 2003 version, just to kind of, with Jessica Alba. Yeah, I was like, what? Just to get some kind of foundation background, like knowledge of the franchise, but. Yeah, this one just like hit all the cheesy cliches of big city people trying to come to a small town, and then you have the people with their cell phones and cancel culture, and then you have like way too many semi-political topics that I thought were a little uncomfortable, but I don't know. I was uncomfortable watching this one. I wasn't a fan. And it sounds like we're all on the same page on that, but
yeah, this one was like the Zoomers versus Leatherface.
So, okay, before we just rip this one apart, let's have everybody say something they liked about it. What was a pro in everyone's mind, just to keep it a little interesting? And we'll go in reverse order. Kev, you go back.
I guess like a pro. You're like really forcing my hand here, Joe. I guess like Leatherface was like kind of cool. He was almost like too good at his job though. He was like John Wick, but he was like bouncing the chainsaw off of shit and like catching people on the run. Like I don't know, Chris and Devin, have you guys seen the original Texas Chainsaw?
Devin, go first.
The original's the only one that I've seen,
okay.
And I did like it.
And
yeah,
so I haven't seen any of the other ones.
Is that how he is? Does he just like, but like he's that good?
Dude.
Like he can like bounce it off a wall and like
he doesn't do that kind of thing. But there's I've got so many thoughts right now. Like y'all are just messing with me. I feel like you're playing with me. Because Joe, you going back to 2003. No. Like 1974, man. Like this movie didn't make any sense for you, probably. But to your point, Kev, like he's so OP in the original. Like there's a great moment. The first time you see him, he slams open this door. He pulls this girl, like dragging her in, throws her on a meat hook, and you're just like, oh, this is what we're dealing with right now. So
you're damn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess what my thinking was some of it was a little like that's cool. Like when he comes out of nowhere, he's super strong and like big. But when he's like, there was one thing he did, and I literally thought it was like, when he like breaks the dude's arm and then he shoves it into him, and then he like gets the gun to shoot the dude. I was like, damn, like this is impressive stuff. He's like I don't know, a Secret Service.
Like the Terminator.
Yeah. But
with a
I guess some of the kills were cool. I'll give it that.
I'll say this, and what I hate about like horror films in general, but especially this one, was just that as soon as he attempted to kill somebody, there was no fight or anything like hesitation. Like he was going to get them. Like there was, but there's just never any kind of like question of like, are they going to survive? Are they going to like maybe put up a fight? And then they just die within seconds.
Yeah.
But we'll go back to the positives, and James.
I think that there was very good production quality on this movie. I think that they think they used lighting very well because they kept it like creepy, and like Leatherface was a very unsettling and I think that they captured that very well. Like he was a very good villain, even though like there was a lot of like cringy scenes, I don't necessarily think it was like Leatherface's fault that it was cringy. It was the, you know what I mean, like the supporting cast of victims that, or to be victims, you know. But like really they did a good job of setting up like the memorable character and like making, even like, because like again, a lot of us, like I'm not a horror films person, but like I don't know about like, because Chris and Devin, you guys have, you know, you have history with the franchise, and like us with kind of a more fresh perspective, like with that intro of kind of like the exit, and not to get into spoilers, but they set up the character in a way where even a fresh face is like, wow, okay, I get what the tone is. You know what I mean? It's like, I know how messed up this is going to get, you know, right off the bat.
Right.
So I thought that was good.
I think for me, the positive I got to take is good guy won in the end. Homeboy deserved everything he got. Everyone in that town deserved everything they got. And you know what? Yeah, the victory. It was a good win. It's a good win all around. It was very deserving. The guy I rooted for came out on top. But yeah, and James, to your point, what was interesting is, and again, saving this for spoilers, so I'm not going to go crazy with it, but they did do a good job of calling back to the original. But then it was one of those things where the harder you drill down into it, you're like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. And we'll save that for later. But anyway, good guy won in the end.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Very positive.
Yeah.
I think the one positive I can take away is the fact that they brought Sally. Oh, was that a spoiler?
Nah,
I
I think it's in the trailer.
that the fact that they brought somebody back from the original movie. Like, I respected that decision. Not necessarily happy with how that played out or the direction they took her character. I've got major qualms with that, but we'll discuss. But yeah, I thought that was fun. I always like it when they bring back an OG character, especially if the movie was made like a million years ago. So I thought that little detail
They took
was
one
cool.
out of the Halloween book on
don't
that
even.
one
Oh,
for
my God.
bringing back.
Oh my God! At least this one was resolved in one shot. They didn't spread it across 3 movies. Jeez,
Yeah, I think the only, like you said, the good guy won in the end.
Yeah.
And that last scene where he just like,
Joey, what are you talking about, my guy?
We'll put a
What are you
blank.
talking
We'll do
about?
like a beep in
I'll
there.
cut that out. I'll cut that out.
What are you doing?
You just told them we're not
I
spoiling.
know what I said, Kevin. I know. I like the end
Joey,
scene. I'll say that.
Joey goes to
Love
the
it. The
very
best
end
part.
of the
The
movie,
best
like the
part.
quintessential
Shoot your shot, Joe.
spoiler of the
Shot.
movie.
Go on, dude.
What can I say? I like to keep everyone on their toes. We said this. I'll say this. The ending was great. The last shot is memorable and exciting. But I think we've talked about this now enough for our first reactions, and we can get some spoilers. Let's give our decisions. Devin, are you pressing play or you keep scrolling?
Keep scrolling,
Hey,
baby.
Chris?
Stuff
Nice.
because I know y'all are gonna get pissed at me. I've got stipulations, but no, press. Not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just messing. I'm gaslighting you guys. I'm gonna say press play. I'm gonna say press play, but leave it on in the background.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go keep scrolling with this one. Again, I'm not a big slasher flick person, but I don't like. Nah, no, thank you, Kevin.
I did really want to be able to press play on this movie because I know dumb horror, whatever, but I always love like a stupid horror, stupid flasher. But this was like way too stupid for me. So I gotta keep scrolling. But I could see the press play and put it on in the background, or if you want to scare the crap out of your significant other if they're not into that kind of stuff, because that's what I did. She was just under the blanket
Kevin's
the whole
like-
time, every time.
Kevin's like, I like stupid, not this.
Not
stupid.
that stupid. Keep scrolling. Joe, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep scrolling on this. There was just too many, again, you expect people to make stupid decisions, but there's a lot of just cliche moments that are a little too, pinpointed at society that it's a little over the top that I was just it took me out of it every time. So I'm going to keep scrolling. But
I have one
more
asterisk.
note.
I have
Okay.
one asterisk. I will say that it was entertaining. It wasn't not entertaining. I just Like, I could see how someone that likes slashers would like this movie. Yeah. Slashers would like this movie, but I just, like, personally, I'm saying that, like, I think it has some redeeming qualities, not necessarily. That's my asterisk at the end
There's
of
the
my
stipulations.
There's the
stipulations.
Every time. Okay, so before we get into a quick word from our sponsor, make sure to subscribe to the show, like it, comment, tell us what you want to watch, and keep enjoying. If you've watched the movie already, feel free to listen on to the spoiler section. If you haven't and you want to watch it, go watch it and then come back, or just keep listening to us ripping this one apart.
And go check out Critics Without Credentials. Where can they find you guys? Where can they listen to you guys?
Wherever you listen to your podcasts, we're out there.
Cool. There it is.
Awesome. Okay, and we'll be back.